There is very little love lost when it comes to kids and ash plantain. But here is a recipe that will get everybody on the ash plantain bandwagon. Let's see what we're going to do with this amazing vegetable. Yep, vegetable, not a fruit. So guys, hi! We're going to try out another recipe from the VEGETROUBLES campaign from Knorr. And it has, this one has a lot of interesting ingredients and I'm very curious to see how it turns out. It's an ash plantain fried rice. And I love ash plantain, and I make another ash plantain fried rice myself, but not anywhere the way this is done. So I'm very curious to see how it turns out. The whole idea, of course, as always behind this campaign is to get your kids to eat their nutritious vegetables. And I know, I mean, I'm not a parent, but I've seen many people struggling to feed their kids their vegetables. But one thing they always seem to love is fried rice. So this is another fried rice recipe. We start off with some vegetable oil on a medium-high heat. Let the oil heat up a little bit. And we go in with our onion, our 2 cloves of garlic that's been minced, and about an inch of ginger that's been minced as well. And of course our curry leaves and screw pine as well. All very Sri Lankan ingredients. This is going to be very close to home, I think, this recipe. And as always, I've never tested this out. This is the first time I'm making it, so this is a ride for me as it is for you. And while that starts to slowly come together, I'm going to explain a little bit how I got around to making this ingredient, which is boiled dal, but probably a little differently to how we're used to cooking it. So this is just boiled with some water and a dash of turmeric and chili powder. And to get this texture, basically I've used about a 1/4 cup of dal and the same volume of water, and I've heated it on a very high flame until all the water is evaporated. So it has a little bit of bite, but not too much. It's still cooked through, but it has a little bit more texture than we're used to with our dal curries. So we just need our onions to sweat. We don't need them to brown or caramelize. Just when they start to lose their color and become a little translucent, that's kind of where we are going with this. Okay, it's coming along nicely. And there is another ingredient which I probably need to give a bit more of instruction. So these are basically ash plantain chips that we've made, pre-made for this dish. We've sliced it up thin, and the recipe calls for you to deep fry it in oil after seasoning it with chili powder and turmeric. What I've done is, since we're aiming to go healthy, is bake it in the oven at about 200 Celsius for about 10 minutes. This, since the chips are so thin, they get crispy quite fast. And if you are looking to cut out a lot of fat and oil from your diet, this would be the way to go. If not, just deep fry it and get them crispy. Right, so that is smelling done. I'm going to go in with the dal, the boiled dal, the ash plantain, and all of our seasoning. So a little more turmeric, like a teaspoon, or even about a half teaspoon. The same amount of chili powder, a little bit more of the chili flakes, give it a stir, and immediately we're going to go in with our chicken, shredded chicken, about 150 grams. Nice, this smells quite earthy, I must say. It has a different flavor to, smell to the other dishes we made. And this is what I love about all of these recipes as I'm trying out. They're quite exciting because they're very, very individual. They have their own personality and each dish is its own thing. All these fried rice, they've really, really spent time working on creating unique stuff that would excite your kids. And I must say, not just your kids, I think anyone, really. And now it's time for, of course, a Knorr cube, final magic ingredient. Go a bit low on the heat at this point. The dhal smell really comes through. We're going to top it off with some white rice that's been pre-cooked. Love how the chips sit in the rice, and there you have it. And what I love about these recipes again is just how simple they are. It doesn't take very many steps for you to end up with a very inspiring fried rice. And again, it's a meal in itself. You don't probably even have to make any other curries because you've got ash plantain, your dal, you have your chicken. What more do you need? So that's about done. Time to taste it and see if all the fuss was worth it. There's no fuss, really. It's all been super easy. Right. Ooh, hot. So I'm gonna try to get all the elements in one bite. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that works. And they really embrace the color yellow in this. I mean, everything is very yellow, but it's a flecks of yellow with against the white. Love it visually again, and the flavor is very nice, very, very nice. I mean, for it being ash plantain and dal, this is far more complex a flavor than you would expect. Very impressed. Delicious stuff. Knorr, you outdone yourselves again. Thank you so much for getting me involved with testing these out and making this for all my viewers. I've loved it. I hope they love it as much. Please, any of you who like this video, do recommend it to your friends, subscribe, and join us again in the future.